This is the introduction video for the Mesopotamia project. So you'll go to your Google Classroom and you'll see this here. This is just the material. So this is the introduction. It has a bunch of resources, examples. This video will be here. And you'll have a writing prompt, which will be the actual assignment. And each of you will have a different one. So let me read the instructions and some of the background, and we'll start from there. So you've heard me read the standard before, but this is what you're required to learn. And this counts for India, Egypt, China, and Mesopotamia. So we're starting with Mesopotamia. Early civilizations with unique governments, economic systems, social structures, religions, technologies, and agricultural practices and products flourished as a result of favorable geographic characteristics. The cultural practices and products of these early civilizations can be used to help understand the Eastern Hemisphere today. So that's why we learned about primary and secondary sources, because we're understanding, and why we had a culture lesson. We're understanding cultural practices and products. So products could be artifacts. And, government, social structure, religion, all of these things are characteristics of a civilization. So that's why we did those lessons before this project. So how did Mesopotamia impact the world? Ancient Mesopotamia proved that fertile land and the knowledge to cultivate it was a fortuitous recipe for wealth and civilization. Mesopotamia became the birthplace of the world's first cities, advancements in math and science, and the earliest evidence of literacy and a legal system. So as a reminder, to be considered a civilization, these 7 requirements must be met. So I'm going to assign you a writing prompt where you will research one of these characteristics of a Mesopotamian civilization. And I'll read the directions. Students will be assigned different characteristics of different Mesopotamian empires. Students will use the writing prompt, which is going to be a Google Doc, assigned to write their research. Each writing prompt will have suggested links to speed up the research process. Students will need to select the information they find important for their assigned characteristic. After, students will create their own artifact to represent their assigned characteristic. Use the attached resources to review project instructions and expectations. So the writing prompt will be in a separate assignment on Google Classroom. Go to classwork and see which characteristic you were assigned to complete the writing prompt. So this is just an example. This is for the Sumer civilization or the Sumer Empire. Someone will get stable food supply. Someone else will get social structure. And then we're doing different Mesopotamian empires. So someone might get the Babylonian social structure or the Babylonian government. So when you go to your Google Classroom, you'll see which one you are assigned. Let's start with the resources. So your writing prompt, I have examples for every single characteristic. So I did research on every characteristic of the Assyrian Empire. And yours will look like this. It'll be blank in these boxes. And I'll show you in the video for the next assignment. You'll see you'll have a 1, 2, and 3 link right here. And those will be 3 different websites you can use to find information for each topic under your characteristic. So if this was my writing prompt, if I was a student, it would say fishing, domestic sheep, the sale of products, and these boxes would be empty. And I would see 3 different links I would click, and I would have to find a good paragraph or several sentences to string together to fill this box up. So you'll see on your prompt, you'll have the title or the subject you're searching for. You have to decide what information goes underneath. Because what we're going to do is we're going to print out all of your prompts, and you're going to make an artifact for your prompt, and then we're going to have a gallery walk. I'll show you in this video. So you'll see for developed culture, I made a writing prompt. and I made an artifact. So architecture is a part of culture. So this is a ziggurat, which would be a familiar word for you. And I made my artifact for architecture. And see, I made one for writing language or writing system. That's cuneiform. So I made a cuneiform artifact for the written language. For social structure, I made a king and some farmers. For technology, I did a boat. For system of government, I made a crown, right? Because kings would often rule the government. And then for stable food supply, I had fishing and domestic sheep. So I found some information to put in there, and I made some sheep, made some fish. You don't have to make more than one. I decided to make more than one. But what you're going to do is every person, this is religious system, this is a god, but every person is going to have one prompt and make one artifact. And then I have booked the library, and we're going to have a gallery walk. You're going to go around, you're going to see everyone's prompts, you're going to see everyone's artifacts, and you're going to use, I'll give you this for the gallery walk day, you're going to use this chart. You see Mesopotamia is here, and all the different characteristics are here. You're going to go around with this chart. You're going to see what everyone else did. You see those gray boxes, you're going to fill in whatever words they have. So let's see, for technology, I see there's siege machines, canal systems. So when I'm at the gallery walk with my chart for technology, right? That was technology. Yeah. All right, canal systems, siege machines. And you can read all the different information underneath that your classmates provided and observe their artifacts. And you'll notice there is more than Mesopotamia in this chart. So we'll reuse this chart. So we're just going to start with Mesopotamia, but later you'll learn about these other ancient civilizations, and you'll fill the chart out with other different projects and assignments. And this chart will be added to your ancient civilization packet. So just to review, you're going to make a prompt. You'll be assigned one. So this is an example. So this person, whoever gets it, will have Sumer civilization, stable food supply. They'll click it.